was in Houston for a minute, now I'm back in town. Yeah, I said I was in Houston for a minute, now I'm back in town. Rich on me, baby.
All it takes is one text, asking me why I'm in.
Started off with us just joking, you know what I'm saying? That would be something that we would be saying between like everybody just joking like Ridin Slab. And then the double meaning with that, that's also our culture in Houston, you know what I'm saying? You know, to Ridin Slab is like the ultimate come up, you know what I'm saying, where we come from. And we just felt like time both of them in, like with just the lingo and also like the way of life, feeling like Ridin Slab is something meaning like, you know what I'm saying, it's a come up from nothing to something. Even though it's speaking of a car, at the same time we looked at it just like just a way of life, you know what I'm saying? Like you graduate from school, that's Ridin Slab. You know, so you make come up in the streets, you get spread, you know what I'm saying, you Ridin Slab. And I think that's where we kind of came with that concept of just running with the whole Ridin Slab. And the sound I think, you know what I'm saying, with especially what Dunny Houston was doing with the sound, it just gave you like a Ridin Slab feel, like you know what I'm saying?
The intro I think might have been like really was the first record we did for it, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It was like the first one we were like, okay, this is gonna be the intro. And from that it set the tone on what followed after that with every other song.
Right.
You know, and then too, like Ridin Slab, for people that don't know, if you're not from Texas, a slab is just a regular old car, like a beat up car, you know what I mean? And then you put your money into it, you invest, it takes time and these things, and then you have this slab, this candy paint, and you know, the inside is redone and everything. Like we equate that to life, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us, like we're from Iron Clark, you know what I mean? Which isn't the best neighborhood. It ain't the worst, but it ain't the best, you know what I'm saying? And to go from where we came from to now and where we're going, it's like that's Ridin Slab, you know what I mean? That's where the metaphor comes in of what it means to be Ridin Slab, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like the perfect example. And just with the sound, I think, because coming from Dangerous Minds, you know, we were still at a point in time where we was trying to find ourselves as artists, and, you know, as producer, along with myself, Dunny Houston, G-Luck and B Done, just collective of, you know what I'm saying, all the music. Because those are my producers, that's the team, that's what we work with. It's almost like a group with the sound, we like to correlate. And it was more so just trying to find something that was going to take us to the next level, that would stick out from nothing that anybody else was doing, and we wanted to have our own sound. And I think we played around with a few sounds, like you said, with the intro. It was real melodic, but at the same time, it was southern, and it just gave you that 90s feel, that 90s Houston feel, but at the same time, it had enough hip-hop in it to go on the East Coast or the West Coast. And it was just something that we really wanted to tie in, just like a 90s feel. So if you listen to a lot of the production on there, it has like a 90s feel, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't really say it's super southern, even though, you know, the term Ridin Slab and it was a Houston thing. I think we was able to tie in a lot of hip hop with the southern sound to make it, you know what I'm saying, more so
it's really
for
like
the masses.
It's like a reflection of us, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we from Houston, but we'll listen to, you know, Common to Jay, to Nas, to, you know, what people consider real hip-hop, you know what I mean?
Right.
And Ridin Slab embodies all of that. It ain't just one particular sound. Like, there's some southern records on there, but then you got like a Father's Day, you have a Reverse, you have those records that are real introspective and the real deep stories, and, you know, they really give some type of feeling other than just coming down and swinging and sipping serve and all the other stuff that we're, you know, labeled as down here in H-Town.
I think the crazy thing about that, what we really wanted to do was, we wanted to be able to tie people into the whole Ridin Slab, the coming down, you know, what they perceived us as. Like, we wanted to be able to reel them in with that, but at the same time, give them something much more bigger than that, you know what I'm saying? Something much more major than that. And that's why on the cover, you see me, you know, I'm standing by a car, the typical, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing by a slab, and that's, we've seen that our whole life growing up, you know what I'm saying? From every rapper we know. I mean, your dream cover was to be standing next to a slab, and I think it was a cliche idea, but at the same thing, it was so much hidden in that, so much hidden in the cover to just like, it's almost like a mirage to where we reeling you in, thinking, you know, you would just get the typical car rap. I don't think we got a song on about a car, dude.
There ain't no song.
It's no
my Cadillac or my there's nothing car related at all.
And a lot of people at the time when we kept screaming Ridin Slab was gonna come out, they thought it was gonna be a project about a car, you know what I'm saying? Or just we talking about cars and we talking about swinging and coming down the entire time, and it was more so a trick. We knew what we had, but we didn't want to let it out to the public of what we was really trying to do. So that's why it hit people by such a big surprise, is because like we wanted to dive so deep with the music and just I think breaking down the sounds from the intro, which is one of my favorites. I think like Dunn, he really took it to another level as far as like live production. I think we really stepped it up from Dangerous Minds with, you know, the smiling faces and the nothing but shoes. We really stepped it up to more than just soul music, but soul music with a live feel. I think that really was something that really separated us from what anything we've ever done, and also just separated us from a lot of what was going on in our city at the time. I mean,
but I think they made it clear, you know, they gave us the #1. You know what I mean? That was cool. Houston Press gave us #1, which was like damn.
You gotta pause.
What, nigga?